Nestes dias da Feira do Livro em Lisboa, vamos descobrindo os autores que vêm de propósito a Portugal para conhecer os seus leitores. E Robert Muchamore é um dos autores mais conhecidos pelos jovens leitores deste país. Já mais de 500 mil de livros foram vendidos e esta é uma das séries mais conhecidas. A série em que inventa um verdadeiro grupo de espionagem, mas de miúdos. Chama-se CHERUB. E vamos perguntar a Robert. Hi Robert, how are you?
Hi, good to see you.
Thank you to be in Lisbon again, once again. So, how did you invent the CHERUB? What is CHERUB for the young people all over the world, right?
So, CHERUB is really, it's about children who are spies, but they're not James Bond spies. They don't have super guns and gadgets and mad villains. It's very much set in the real world. It's terrorists and criminals and drug dealers. And I think that's one of the things that kids really like about the books, is that it feels very realistic and very believable when they read it.
So you put children being heroes?
The children are the heroes, yeah, yeah.
And do you think that's why they love so much about your books?
Yeah, it's that thing of, like, you know, in Harry Potter where it's magical and they jump through walls and there are spells and broomsticks.
Things, right?
But they don't believe it. I get emails from kids and they're maybe 10, 11 years old and they say, you know, could I really be a cherub? Is it a real organisation, you know? Kids really feel that it could be a real thing, and I think that's really important.
Do you think it could give children not even the love for the literature and the love for books, but also some skills to survive in this world?
It's an interesting point, because you've made me think, because, you know, the kids do things like shoplifting and stealing cars, and so hopefully the people who read the books won't pick up those skills. You know?
So you are the young Fleming of young people?
I guess.
So it was. Now you have a new series. Why did you change now the point? Because Rock War. What is this?
So Rock War. It started out of my fans who had a very lively internet forum, and I used to find that I had fans spending more time talking about rock music and TV talent shows than they were talking about my own books on my own fan forum, and that just made me really start thinking about, you know, kids are really interested in this stuff, and it would be fun to do a story that's like CHERUB. It's believable, it's realistic, it's set in the real world, but instead of the kids getting to become spies, they get to become rock stars, or at least some of them do. So
where did you get your inspiration, besides your fans and your readers? Where did you get the first...
For Rock War? It was also that cultural thing of just these TV talent shows and the desire of kids who say, you know, kids say they don't even know what they want to be, they just say they want to be famous.
Stars?
Yeah, they want to be stars, and that's kind of what this is about, you know. These kids are on a path, they start off and they're just very ordinary kids with ordinary lives, and then at the end of the series, one of them's going to be super famous and a big star, and the others will have just gone through this big experience and have just gone back to coping with their normal lives of being normal kids at school.
So is it important for you in your books to teach a little bit about ethics and moral things and values, universal world values? Do you do that?
I think you can maybe try as a children's author, but when you do, all the readers run away, you know. I guess the books are moral, but I think if you try too hard, children aren't stupid, they know when something's right or wrong, and I just want to tell them a good story and encourage them to read. I try not too hard to think about whether they're moral or ethical or something like that.
But there's always a bad and a good guy, right?
Yeah, I mean, one of the things my agent said to me quite recently, said, you know, one of the unusual things about me is that I'm a children's writer, and even in children's books, you know, they don't always have a happy ending. They're a little bit more complicated than that. They're for slightly older kids, and they maybe ask questions rather than answer them sometimes.
So, Robert, thank you so much for this interview. Have a nice time in Lisbon, and have a nice sales in Lisbon too.
Thank you,
it's
really kind.
Thank you so much. Esta é uma das conversas possíveis que pode ter aqui na Feira do Livro em qualquer destes dias. Robert Muchamore esteve aqui, está aqui para conhecer os seus leitores portugueses, vendeu mais de 500 mil de livros e espera agora ainda vender mais com essa nova coleção Rock War. Mas lembre-se sempre que no dia da criança, dar um livro, tanto aos 8 como aos 15 anos, é sempre um dos gestos mais bonitos da vida.